Hey everyone, it is tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. Listen, hide your daughters, your sons, your mothers, your aunties, hide them. Why? Because R. Kelly is trying to ask the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn his sex convictions because he's trying to say he was convicted on laws that were new and didn't exist at the time that he committed his crimes. Um, Sir R. Kelly, we not about to let you back in these streets. You did a whole lot of sinister stuff. I don't know what was in place or was not in place when you did it, but this I do know. At any given time, I don't care how you want to flip the law backwards, upside down, turn it around, look at it sideways, touching an underage person is not legal. And there is no statute of limitations on that. So I don't know what laws he's trying to get himself into and get his thing overturned, but get used to prison, boo, because that's where you're going to live the rest of your life. Now, let's go ahead and get right into this story. The predators want to get free. First, we dealing with Weinstein, talking about let me out. So he's going through a new trial. He another one. You can go through as many trials as you want, sir, but at the end of the day, behind bars is where you're going to spend the rest of your life. So R. Kelly asked the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn sex convictions. You can't trial me for a law passed after the fact. Well, they did it to you, my brother. And even if you get a pass on that, they're going to find something else to lock you up for. So just keep in your mind that you're staying behind bars. So R. Kelly is asking the United States Supreme Court to throw out his convictions for possession of child P and inducing minors to have sex, claiming his alleged acts occurred decades ago and the charges were therefore barred by the statute of limitation. Here's the deal. When R. Kelly was accused in 2020 of possessing child P and engaging in S acts with underage girls way back in the mid to late 1990s, he argued the statute of limitations had already run its course. But prosecutors argued a 2003 law called the Protect Act made the statute of limitations indefinite for child S crimes. Basically, Kelly's attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, argues that because the conduct for which Kelly's now serving time occurred in the 90s, but the Protect Act wasn't passed until 2003, the act expanded statute of limitations doesn't apply to the charges against him. The Protect Act extends the statute of limitations indefinitely for alleged crimes committed after the law went into effect in 2003. But Congress specifically didn't include a clause allowing the law to be applied to alleged conduct committed before 2003. Oh, so if you want to be truthful, technically, his lawyer's right and he's right based on the law. But I said, don't set that predator free. You recall Kelly was convicted of 6 of the 13 counts back in 2020, 3 for child P and 3 for inducement counts. He received a 20-year sentence and was ordered to pay back hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages to his alleged victims. The Supreme Court will decide in the next few months whether to hear Kelly's appeal. Ooh, child. Now, this is when his royalties, instead of coming to him, and he tried to fight this too. I believe they went to the victims. Let's listen.
Yeah. R. Kelly is likely going to remain in prison for the rest of his life, and so his music career is dead. But the money he makes from music is definitely not dead, and that money is now being tagged to go to his victims, whether he likes it or not. In fact, it's a lot of money, $500,000, just over $500,000, that will be garnished from his music royalties at Universal Music Group. He owed this money in restitution to, I don't know how many victims it is, but this is from one of his federal cases, the one where he is now currently doing time. He still has several other trials to face.
So I have a question about this. Are people listening to his music still to
Yes.
generate that kind of money.
His old catalog is still generating that kind of money. I mean, that, and it goes to show, you know, look,
Really?
there's certainly been a, you know, the cancel R. Kelly movement, and that you don't hear his music as often, certainly not on the radio, which is where it would make a lot of money. But clearly there are people buying his old music or streaming his old music.
I'm surprised at this.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised
that there's that much money.
that kind of money, because that's not 50%.
Well, we don't know how long that money was accumulated, but it was sitting there with Universal.
And I would have thought it would have gone to his lawyers at this point.
And
Yeah.
maybe they've already taken a cut.
Maybe they
And
have
this is
taken a
what's
cut.
left.
I just was surprised at the amount.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Danny from Buffalo. All I have to say about this is good. The victims deserve that money. And I guess you can feel better about streaming his music if you have, assuming that's where the money came from.
But that's an interesting point, too.
But they are.
That there's an incentive now for people to listen to pay the victims.
As long as it's going to continue going to the victims.
Right.
That is an interesting concept, right? Listen not to support R. Kelly, but listen to his music so you can support the victims in getting the payment and then that they was awarded and deserved from the said money that is going to be made if you do stream and listen to his music. Listen, technically, according to the law, they wrote the law, so it is what it is. R. Kelly and his lawyer are right. You can't convict me on a law that is not applicable for the time period in which the crimes that you said I have committed. So I am a person, and listen, this man is sinister. He belongs behind bars. But I am also a person that says, if the law says XYZ, then we need to go by what the law says XYZ. We cannot cherry pick and choose when the law should be applicable versus non-applicable, because that's the problem we have with a lot of things anyway, right? We say, oh, if I'm speeding down the road, you know, I get a ticket, got to show up in jail, this, that, and that. Somebody that doesn't look at me speeding down the road the same speed I was, or even worse, they get a slap on the hand. We always look down upon that. So even in this situation, you got to say, okay, he is right. I will say this. He got charged with so many things, and he had court cases in so many states that even probably if they reverse this particular situation, he still has time and money and fees he owes for a lot of the other sinister things that he did. So it's a 99% chance that he won't see the light of day outside of a jail cell anyway. But listen, let me know your thoughts on this and what his lawyer is trying to do and what they're saying, that this law wasn't even applicable to his crime. So how do you convict them on such thing? It is what it is, right? Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments and I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.